This big thing is the 8 Sleep Pod 3, and last year I called it one of the best pieces of tech I've ever reviewed, and 6 months later it's still just as cutting edge and genuinely helpful in boosting my sleep quality every night. It's both a smart mattress cover and a supercomputer that combines together to give me the right environment for supercharged sleep. It might all sound wacky, but in this video I'll go into detail about how it works and my personal experience with it over the last 6 months. And thank you to 8 Sleep for sponsoring today's video. So tell me if you're in this camp too. Apparently, 1 in 3 adults in the US do not get enough sleep. That's 33% of people who don't get 7 hours of sleep. And I used to be in that camp myself. Lack of quality sleep is the underlying cause for so many dangerous things like many health risks, mood swings, workplace and driving accidents, and also loss of productivity. We all know about it. You don't need me reminding you, sleep is obviously really important. If you're anything like me, I'm a light sleeper, and in the past, I used all sorts of sleep tech to monitor and improve my sleep, like an Apple Watch, Fitbit, and Oura Ring. These things were pretty great in helping me understand my sleep patterns, but they didn't directly help with my sleep. If anything, they made me more conscious of my poor sleep, which is apparently a thing called orthosomnia. And orthosomnia is trying to perfect and monitor your sleep in a way that actually stresses you out and ironically makes you sleep worse. It's so ironic, but again, it happens to be quite common for those who use sleep trackers. And if you're one of those people, let me know down in the comments. And this is where the Pod 3 comes in. It's both a comprehensive sleep tracker and high-tech pod cover that adjusts the temperature in real time based on a bunch of different factors. And seriously, it's made a big difference in sleep quality in the last 6 months every night. So I'll show you how it actually works. There's 2 pieces of tech here, the Pod 3 cover itself and the Pod 3 hub, which is actually a pretty powerful computer. The Pod 3 cover here, which acts like a fitted sheet on beds, has active grid sensors that cover the entire mattress, and they take care of monitoring sleep movements, positions, and even track heart rate and breathing patterns, which have been quite impressive because it can track my heart rate no matter the position that I'm sleeping in. So there's been no need to wear my Oura Ring on my finger or strap on my wrist to track these stats. There's also these grooves you can feel across the mattress, and they're the soft tubes that funnel water that's heated or cooled to a specific temperature. At first, I was concerned they'd be bumpy and affect the comfort of my mattress, but I got used to it pretty quickly and it's still quite comfortable. So those tubes in the Pod 3 cover funnel back into the Pod 3 hub here, which under the hood has a quad-core CPU powering all the real-time processing of data from the sensors and then changes the temperature in real time. So it's a lot of tech for a bedroom, but what it's translated into for me over the last 6 months is a whole load of automatic sleeping comfort, deep sleep, and just added convenience. So when I've got into bed for the past 6 months, the temperature autopilot already has the bed primed for the optimal sleeping temperature that I wanted. And then I just slip in and it's either toasty warm when it's cold or refreshingly cool for summer nights. It's really nice. Here is the cool part. The Autopilot system will basically adapt the Pod 3 temperature in real time based on things like external temperature and your own body temperature to lower or increase the temperature. I'm saying temperature a lot, but it does that to suit the different sleep stages to help keep you in deep sleep. You can see here in the app that the Autopilot system has adjusted the temperature plenty of times last night to help keep me asleep. And these minor incremental temperature changes have actually made all the difference with my sleep. My previous non-smart or dumb mattress, it trapped heat throughout the night, and it's well known that body temperatures need to drop as you begin to fall asleep, and again in the middle of the night to aid quality sleep. You can also choose to manually adjust temperatures from as low as 55 degrees Fahrenheit or 13 degrees Celsius all the way to as high as 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 44 degrees, which is damn hot if you like being absolutely toasted while sleeping, I guess. More impressively, the Pod 3 is able to split into a dual zone sort of setup where you can adjust and monitor two sides of the bed. So if you have a partner you sleep next to, they can set the temperatures as they like, and the Pod 3 will monitor two separate sides of the bed and adjust them individually. It's genuinely incredible and it works really well. And the vibration and thermal alarm is a gentle way to set alarms without waking your partner up. It gradually increases the temperature to wake up your body, and once it hits 7 a.m. for example, the Pod 3 cover will gently vibrate on one side of the Pod 3. It definitely beats a loud buzzing alarm. At the heart of the entire experience is one of the nicest looking apps. It's simple, but it does the job, which is to give you all your sleep stats and recommendations in an easy to digest format. And that's pretty important because a lot of sleeping apps sort of vomit all this information to you after every night, and it's pretty hard to digest. So to give you an example, clicking into last night's report, you can see that there's a lot of insights like how long I slept. And that's properly slept, by the way. That's not how long I was in bed for. I used to think that getting my 7 hours was being in bed from midnight to 7 a.m. when in reality, I probably slept only 6 hours or even less. And then there's also the sleep staging info between REM, light and deep sleep, and even advanced health metrics that you'd find from things like an Oura ring and Whoop like heart rate, HRV, and breathing rate. And then swiping all the way down, I can add tags like if last night I had a late meal, I can add that in, and that just helps me better keep track of my patterns. And these stats have actually genuinely been useful. So for example, when I find my HRV average, which is my heart rate variability, when that's going down significantly, it usually means I'm possibly under the weather, so it signals to me that I need to better take care of myself, and it's often prevented me from getting properly unwell. Anyway, back into the app, this is where you can also automatically set the temperature dial here and then adjust the different temperature schedules throughout the night. I did find myself tweaking the patterns quite a lot in the first 1 to 2 weeks to get that temperature pattern that worked well for me. Honestly, the first few nights of testing had me tossing and turning, but after finding that Goldilocks sweet spot, I started sleeping like a rock and my sleep fitness score jumped up. So yeah, just be prepared to be playing around with the temperature in the first 1 to 2 weeks or so. That way you can get the temperature right and maximize your sleep comfort. It's also nice to see in-app sleep tools provided like guided meditations, breathing exercises, and white noise to help you fall asleep. Overall, the 8 Sleep app is a companion app done right. It gives digestible insights on your sleep in a visually appealing way without bombarding me with info like the Oura Ring app, which by the way, I still use, but there's plenty of nights I forget to wear the ring. And fortunately, I still get the sleep insights because the 8 Sleep Pod 3 is basically right there whenever I need it. Now, as you can tell, this is an amazing piece of tech and one that has had the biggest positive impact on my daily life. But there's a couple of things that I don't like so much, and it has to do with its price. This thing is an investment. So it starts at $2,000 and goes up depending on a few things like your bed size. And some of the features I went over in this video sits behind a subscription paywall at $19 a month. It's not what I'd consider easily affordable by any means, but how I like to see it is that it's an investment into the most important thing that I have, which is my health. And sleep and health come hand in hand and are priceless. 1/3 of our lives are spent asleep, and any improvements to your sleeping lives go a long way, from the bed frame and pillows to futuristic sleep tech like this that adjusts the temperature in real time and gives you sleep stats and insights. All these features add up to what 8 Sleep claims to give 34% more deep sleep and 44% faster sleep onset. And though I'm sure it varies person to person and I obviously can't test those percentages, I can say for sure it has helped with my sleep and quality of life. So if you're someone who loves cutting edge tech, optimizing your life, or you just want to improve your sleep, you're going to likely get a lot of value from 8 Sleep's Pod 3. It's given me a totally tailored sleep experience, something that I didn't know I really needed until I actually had it in my life. And I actually find myself missing it when I'm traveling abroad, even in nice, cozy hotel beds. But yes, the only one serious downside is the fact that it is a serious investment. But thankfully, 8 Sleep has teamed up with me to provide you guys watching a full $150 off a Pod 3 through the link down below. And if you made it to the end of this video, comment the code word sweet dreams and I'll give it a like. I'll drop a video right here to other really cool tech that I've been using recently. And as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.